Greetings, fellow detectives. Wizard Kitten here, bringing you part 2 in our walkthrough for Nancy Drew Ransom of the 7 Ships. We are kind of exploring this little cabana here and getting some puzzles taken care of. So, for example, we have this door rattling with the diving supplies that we need
This closet has a pretty sophisticated lock on it.
Probably to keep out nosy guests. Oh, no offense.
Yeah, well, Nancy's kind of known for being nosy. This is a blackout lock, which means we need to try and get it totally blacked out. So I'm assuming that means we want the dark squares and not the light squares. And it's one of those puzzles where pressing on the lock around it will get rid of all of the lights of the same color. Oh, well, look how easy that was. So yeah, just click on the lights that are next to the light green squares, and that's going to be easier and help you get to the answer a little bit quicker. All right, diving supplies.
Hey, I found some walkie-talkies. We should carry one with us at all times. That way we'll always be in touch. Here.
Thanks. Good idea.
That is a good idea. Okay.
This scuba gear might come in handy. Good thing I'm up to date on my diving certification.
Of course you are, Nancy. Of course you're a certified scuba diver. So Nancy has her scuba gear now.
There's a map in here. That's weird.
What is?
I've solved the case in every spot that's marked on this map.
You think the Gibsons have been keeping tabs on you?
Kinda looks that way.
Probably just a coincidence.
Isn't that crazy? So you can see all of the places where Nancy has solved cases before. Like Hawaii is marked from Creature of Kapu Cave. Ireland is marked, and England is marked from Haunting of Castle Malloy, Curse of Blackmore Manor. France is marked from Danger by Design. Italy is marked from Phantom of Venice. Illinois is where Secret of the Old Clock took place in Nancy's, in Titusville, but it was also kind of Nancy's like hometown. Alberta, Canada, just all sorts of cool places. Florida, and now we're in the Bahamas. So it's kind of like they've been keeping track of Nancy. That's kind of weird. Why would they do that? Okay, anything else we can look at over here? I don't believe so. We can look at this book though. In Search of the 7 Virtues Fleet. Preface. In 17th century Spain, Captain General Juan Ignacio de Santa Ana Domingo was something of a celebrity. Known to sailors simply as El Toro, he was the Spanish royalty's go-to guy when it came to transporting exceptionally valuable cargo from present-day Central America back to Spain. Not only was he an expert navigator, but he was a gifted tactician when it came to naval warfare. He was adept at eluding and, when necessary, defeating the pirates who often pursued his ships. By 1665, he and the 7 majestic galleons under his command had become legendary. But 4 years later, as summer in the New World came to a close, the legend took a tragic turn. Anchored in the port of Portobello, El Toro abruptly ordered his 7 Virtues fleet to set sail for Spain despite increasingly bad weather and reports that infamous privateer Henry Morgan was in the area. The cargo he was transporting must have been extraordinarily precious for him to take such a risk, one that unfortunately proved disastrous. No one knows which the fleet encountered, Henry Morgan or the hurricane which devastated the Caribbean island days later, or perhaps both, but this much is known. El Toro, his crew, and the entire 7 Virtues fleet were never seen again. As with the Nuestra Senora de Atocha of the Tierra Firme fleet, a half-century before, all had disappeared without a trace. And so, somewhere, hidden in the depths of the glinting blue waters of the Caribbean, rest the remains of El Toro's galleons, and a treasure so valuable that scores of men lost their lives trying to protect it. Its precise whereabouts remains a mystery, but someday, some lucky soul, perhaps armed only with scuba gear, a metal detector, and a shovel, will find it. Someday, El Toro will be a celebrity once again.
Turn that thing off!
Things are starting to come into focus here. They want us to find El Toro's treasure. So they clearly think that El Toro's treasure is somewhere on this island, the people that kidnapped Bess. And they lured Nancy here to get her to find it. How awful is that? Like, how rude. Okay, we have the Gulf cart. Warning, low water level. Do not use until batteries' water levels are at 100% distilled water only. Okay, so something is wrong with the golf cart, apparently.
Locked. Maybe the Gibsons kept the key at the front desk.
Yeah, I bet they did. Let's ask George if she has seen a key.
Have you got something?
Yeah, the sneaking suspicion that this whole thing, the contest Bess won, the trip here, the note from the Gibsons, I think it was all just a big ploy to capture one or both of you so someone could force me to find this treasure for them.
That's so diabolical. Who would do something like that?
Someone who knows I like to solve mysteries, maybe?
Great. That narrows it down to what? Everyone who reads the newspaper? Nancy, you've solved mysteries in practically every corner of the world.
You're right. The only way we're going to find out who it is
By finding Bess. No problem.
Have you by any chance seen the key to the shed outside?
I've seen a key. I'm not sure if it's the key. Here, try it and see if it works.
Thanks.
Anything else?
I need a 9-volt battery. Have you come across any?
I'll keep my eyes open, but you may be out of luck.
I'll see you later.
Keep me posted.
They've got to have batteries here. That's not something that would just not be included at a resort. Alright, let's see if this key works to unlock the shed. Voila. Aha, it works. Okay, cool. So what do we have
Must
in
be
here?
where they store the sails.
Sail bin. And it is locked with what looks to be a code using nautical flags. There's like this thing about the sinking of the Atocha. What's this? Oh, I thought that said decorations for use. Directions for use. Each of the 6 batteries in a cart must be filled to precisely 100 milliliters. One press of the button dispenses 60 milliliters of water equally into any open tubes. The flow of water to individual tubes can be turned on or off by flipping the tube's switch. The water reservoir contains 300 milliliters of distilled water. Okay, so this is how we get the golf cart to work. That sounds confusing. Anything else? Oh, a shovel. We'll take that. Let's see. Anything else we can get? We already got that. Anything else? I don't think so. I want to get this sail bin open, though. Let's see. I think I already have this written. Oop, oop. Sorry if you can hear that squeaking. I'm opening up my drawer with my detective notebook in it. And it's a very squeaky drawer. I believe in my detective notebook I already have the flag sequence written down, but let me see. Oh yes, of course I do. What kind of a detective notebook would it be if I didn't have a code written down? Okay, let's go and look at the international flags here. So red and yellow with kind of like a half and half flag is... Oh, here we go. 7. And then red, yellow, white, and black combo. This one is 9, it looks like. Then we have blue with a white circle, so 2. Then we have red with yellow on either side, which looks like 0. And then we have red with kind of a white cross. 4, looks like. Okay, so 7, 9, 2, 0, 4. Let's get that sail bin open, because apparently we'll need sails at some point. It's good to be prepared, you know, you never know when you might need sails. Of course, Nancy probably knows how to sail too, because she can do everything. Aha! That looks like a yoga mat. Let's just do yoga instead, Nancy. That sounds safer. Okay, let's try and fix this golf cart with this contraption here. So we want each one to have 60 milliliters. The directions were a little obscure. I'm going to read them again just because they're kind of confusing. So each of the 6 batteries in a cart must be filled to precisely 100 milliliters. Okay, I lied. 100 milliliters. One press of the button dispenses 60 milliliters of water equally into any open tubes. So every time we press the button, 60 milliliters of water will be dispersed equally. So if we have 1 tube open, it'll be 60. If we have 2 tubes open, 30 will go to each, and so on. The flow of water to individual tubes can be turned on and off by flipping the tube switch. The water reservoir contains 300 milliliters of distilled water. Okay. So, now this makes more sense to me. So if we put this little spider contraption down, There are certain places where, like this one, we need 25. No, we need... Yes, we need 25 to get it to 100 milliliters. How are we getting it 25? Here we need 40. Here we need 60. Both of these requires 45, and this one requires 85. Okay. So, are they open right now or closed? Let's say that this is open. If we want, like, 2 blasts of 20 milliliters, maybe, to go to here, what if we opened up these 3? Or, let's see, what would be 60 divided by 6 would be 10. So that would even be too much for there as well. How do we get the 75? Okay, well, let's see. Let's just start with this. So that dispersed 20 into each one. So let's do that again, maybe. Okay, what if we did 30 to each of these? Okay, that brought it to 85. 60 divided by 4 is 15. So that would be perfect for this one. Less perfect for that one. That would bring that one to 95. We're probably going to have to rethink this. So let's say, what if we did it for this one, and what if we did it for this one? Because then that brings those ones to 100, but then these ones are all stuck. Because they'll go over. Oh, that was weird. Anyway, let's bring all of that back. So if we can get, let's see, 4 of them to 85, that would be our most efficient way of doing it, I think. How are we going to do that? We could, would it be worth it to do 60 for this 15 one? Because that brings it to 75 and brings this one to 75. If we do 10 to each one, then it brings them to 85. Okay. Now we need to bring these 2. We could do 20 to these ones, and that'll bring us to 85 on each of these. But then we want to open one more to 20, which maybe should be this one, because that's our lowest one. Okay. So then it brings these ones all to 85. So all of the 85 ones we want open. So then 15 will go to each of those. That brings us to 100. And then we'll want 30 to go to each of these. Perfect. We did it. That'll bring them to 100.
That should do it.
Yes. Yes. Math for the win. We are so good at math. Look at us go with our math. Okay, so now the golf cart works, which is great. So now we can go to Sangre Beach. So we're going to drive in our little golf cart here along the sand. Is this Sangre Beach? What is this? This is Shark Cove. Well, doesn't hurt to explore a little bit. What do we see? Ooh, there's like a seagull grouping over there. Very pretty. Although the water does look a little bit, shall we say, fake. Let's see, what is that? Oh! Oh, is this where we needed to go for that puzzle? Nancy, we've got your friend to get her back. Go to Shark Cove, then follow the 15 men to a dead man's chest. Oh, yeah, we can totally do this while we're here. Each object tells you how many paces to walk in the direction directly opposite it. This chart tells you how much further to walk. Once you get to your final destination, dig in front of your feet. Start below the W and take 3 paces to the south. The W, being 3 big palm trees that look like a big W. So we just need to find that. Aha, there they are. Or 4 big palm trees that come together to form a big W. So if Nancy stands directly in the center of this big W, and she goes 3 paces to the south, 1, 2, 3, she comes to this grouping of 3 coconuts. And if she looks next, that grouping is 3 times 1, which means she takes 3 paces in the opposite direction. And I have all of these numbers written down in my detective notebook, so we'll follow them. So she goes 1, 2, 3. Then she takes 3 times 3, which is 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 trees times 3, so she goes this way times 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 2 times 1 is 2. 1, 2. Big rock, 1 times 3 is 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now we have this tree, 3 times 5, so we go down 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 4 times 1 is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 4 times 3 is 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then we have 5 times 1, which is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 times 2 is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 times 1 is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 times 1 is 1. I mean 2. 1, 2. No, I want to dig here. We go 1, 2. Do I have to pull out my shovel? I want to dig here. I was told to dig here. Why can't I do this? Why isn't it not working? This is clearly where I'm supposed to go. Once you get to your final destination, dig in front of your feet. That's what I'm trying to do. 1, 2. How do I dig? Do I have to, like, right-click or something? Oh, you do. Right-click. Right-click to dig. In case you were wondering about that and were getting really confused like me. Okay, what do we see? What's here? A box. What's in the box? A book? Well, Nancy, are you not going to look at the book you just found? Oh, it's in code. It's in some sort of real crazy code that we apparently can decode. With a bunch of pictures, and this looks like another completely different code. Interesting. Very interesting. If we look at this heart, it says Matt and Kyler forever, which is a reference to the wedding that Nancy was just at in Ireland. So maybe this is where Matt and Kyler came for their honeymoon. Isn't that romantic? Alright, well maybe Nancy should go check out Sangre Beach and maybe see if there's any trace of Bess. I don't, well maybe, don't mind my driving. Maybe it's down this way, because the beach is probably closer to the coast, I'm guessing. There are a few places where you can take shortcuts, but it's almost always slower to drive on the sand than it is to just drive on the path. It's kind of weird. So they end up not even really being good shortcuts. A golf cart. This must have been Bess's. Nancy doesn't comment on that at all, but that was probably Bess's golf cart. Which means she's probably still here somewhere? There's footprints. And it looks like they're leading away.
Bess?
There's a boat. Pink sand is really cool.
Bess!
Where are you? Are you over here?
Whoa!
That looks like Bess's shoe. What's going on? Why am I upside down? Am I getting kidnapped now?
Who are you?
My name's Nancy Drew.
What are you doing here?
I'm looking for someone.
Who?
A friend, Bess Marvin. She disappeared last night.
There is no Bess Marvin here.
Look, do you think you could let me down? It'd be a whole lot easier to talk if the blood weren't rushing to my head.
He's like, I suppose. Ooh.
Ow!
Sorry.
But that's her shoe and the golf cart she was driving. Are you sure you didn't see the people who kidnapped my friend?
I was fishing last night, far down the beach. I see no kidnappers. I hear no kidnappers.
Didn't you look around after you saw a golf cart?
I do not see this cart until just now.
Have you noticed any footprints or car tracks? Anything out of the ordinary?
You ask too many questions. My name is Johnny Rolle. I am from Kingston, Jamaica. I have come here to fish and to be alone. When I'm tired of fishing and being alone on this island, I will go to another. That is my story. There is no more to say.
How come you're so intent on being alone?
That is my business. Why do you ask all these questions?
I'm just nosy.
I come here because I do not like nosy people. And I am not alone on this island. There are monkeys. They like to steal things. What they cannot steal, they destroy. One day I find them in my boat, tearing up whatever they can. As I am chasing them away, one bites me. These monkeys are dangerous. They have ruined the motor of my boat. I cannot go anywhere until it is fixed. That is why I set this snare to catch them before they do more damage. There are other people on the island as well.
There are? Where are they? Who are they? Tell me everything you know.
I only see them sometimes when I am fishing. Always from a distance, moving through the trees. 3, maybe 4 men. They do not bother me, I do not bother them. But if this changes, as you saw, I am ready for them.
What about a phone or a two-way radio? Do you have one?
I have none of these things. You go now. I can tell you nothing more, nor can I help you.
I'll go, but I'll be back. You can pretty much count on it.
Do as you like.
But leave me alone at the same time. Okay, so we've met Johnny Rolle on the island here. Very suspicious that he says he hasn't seen anything of Bess, when this is clearly where she disappeared, because all of her stuff is still here, including her shoe. Very, very interesting. Alright, fellow detectives, I think I'm going to leave this part right here. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon.